It's that time of the year to make that one video on that one day that only comes once a year. It's my birthday. It's my birthday, everybody. Yeah, 20 years old. I I turned 20 today, which is not that big of a number if you think about it. You see, I still have 60 good years left. Good years, not even years of my life. 60 good years. I believe your life could be anything you want it to be until you're 80. Not saying you have to like give up when you're 80, but when you're 80, it gets a little tough to do anything you want. When you're 80, you could still drink and do all that stuff and have fun. Then when you hit 90, that's when you just wait. But I will say, when you hit 80, it could be a ticking time bomb. You know, you could have 5 years left, 1 year, 8 years, all that stuff. But from ages 0 to 60, have fun. Do whatever you want. Sorry, 0 to 80, do whatever you want. Have fun. So I got time. But yeah, that's today's video. Today's video is gonna be something fun. Just a little bit of a kind of a shortish video to have you learn a little bit about yours truly, because today is this is for my 20th birthday. Last year I did a dumb little fun 19 video because that number just sucks. But hey, we're back to even numbers now. Yeah. So today's video is going to be I'm going to be talking to you about, because I've been talking a lot about movies, especially in the off season where there's not a lot of sports going on. I am talking a lot about movies, and I've been doing the movie madnesses every single month, and I feel like, what, just for you guys to get, just for you guys to know a little bit more about me, what are my favorite movies? You're probably wondering, wow, Jacob, you don't love a lot of movies except for, the movies you do like. So, what are your favorite movies of all time? What are your top 5 favorite movies of all time? Well, that's a good question. I'm going to answer that right now. So, today's video, I'm going to be going over actually my top 6 favorite movies of all time. You're probably wondering, just do top 10. I don't have a top 10. I can't find one more movie. I think now my top 10 gets a little iffy. I think I know the 3 other movies in my top 10, but I can't find one more. So if anything, it'd be a top 9, which no one does top 9s. So I'm doing top 6s. So yeah, I'm going to go over my top 6 movies and talk about them, going from 6 to 1. I just watched them recently last week, so they're all fresh in my head. And I'm going to go over a little bit about why I like them so much, the first time I watched them, my favorite parts of the movie, and all that stuff. So let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1, go. So number 6, I know it's an odd number already, but number 6, I want to bring in a comedy. The only comedy, actually there's 2 comedies in my top 10, but this is the highest one. You guys want to know, what is my favorite comedy of all time? Because I have spent a few videos shitting on comedies, and comedies don't really make me laugh that much. Well, this is one of them that makes me laugh. Number 6, my 6th favorite movie of all time, we have Step Brothers. Step Brothers, yep. Step Brothers, I know, kind of a basic pick. Step Brothers is my favorite comedy of all time, no question, hands down. This movie I could quote like for days. This is the funniest movie I've ever seen. This is literally humor for me. This is the funniest movie I've ever seen. So many quotables that I quote daily. So many, hilarious moments. I can never get sick of this movie. And yeah, and I had a debate between Step Brothers or Anchorman, which comedy is higher. Because for the longest time, I've always said Anchorman is my favorite comedy of all time, but I think it's Step Brothers. I think it's Step Brothers now, so that's why I'm saying Step Brothers. So yeah, Step Brothers coming in at number 6. I didn't want salmon! I said it 4 times! Funny. Alright, now we got the real top 5. My top 5 favorite movies of all time. Number 5, I watched this movie for the first time last year, or 2 years ago, 2024. Yeah, so I saw this movie for the first time 2 years ago. It's a very iconic movie, and I've only watched it, I think, 3 times all the way through, but it's in my number 5. Jurassic Park, the OG. Wow. Came out in 93. The first time I watched this movie, I was in shock. I was in awe. I had no idea how to process what I was watching. The dinosaurs look so freaking sick. I'm a big fan of chase sequences. The chase sequences with the dinosaur in the museum or the soup kitchen almost kills the kids. That's a pretty cool scene. Everything about this scene, I will say, Jeff Goldblum is kind of freaking annoying. He's kind of annoying in this movie. He doesn't shut up. which is, and to be fair, I don't even hate The Lost World. Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, because that's a Jeff Goldblum movie. I don't hate that movie. I like the first 3 Jurassic Parks. I do. Jurassic Park 1, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3, I like. They're good movies. Now, Jurassic World is what I have an issue with. The Jurassic Worlds I have an issue with. The first Jurassic World is fine, right? Chris Pratt, it's okay. Dominion is also okay. But then you have Fallen Kingdom, which is god-fucking awful. Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom might be bottom 10 worst film I've ever seen in my entire life. It's really bad. And the new one, I haven't even watched it, but I think I am. And I think you're going to see that from March Movie Madness. But yeah. But no, Jurassic Park, it's still good. I don't know how this movie was made. I don't know how the dinosaurs look so freaking good for 93. Like, I'm actually, like, shocked how good they look. Very, very memorable movie. Very iconic. Not that long. This movie has everything. When they're raining, first of all, the kid should have died. I'm sorry. Billy should have died. Or whatever the kid's name was, the son, should have died. Yeah, crazy. This movie looks gorgeous. Jurassic Park, number 5. Number 4 on my list. This is the saddest movie I've ever watched. Actually, I shouldn't say that, but this movie is my number 1 movie to cry to. There are 2 movies in my top 5 that I've cried at. Number 4, Armageddon. Yeah, could be kind of a curveball. Armageddon. I don't know why. I am hooked from the get-go when this movie starts. I'm not going to say I love space. This is kind of it when it comes to space for me. I love the actors. I love, everyone in this movie. I love how it's just nonstop action, like NASA. This movie will put you on the edge of the seat. This movie's fantastic. And the ending where Bruce Willis says goodbye to his daughter, is so goddamn sad. And I cry every single time. You don't want to see it. It's literally the saddest movie scene I've ever watched, in my opinion. God, crushes me every single time. Because, Ben Affleck got, AJ got to marry Gracie. Awesome. Harry Stamper, you're a legend. By the way, the scene where the meteors hit New York, crazy scene. But Armageddon, number 4. By the way, the soundtrack, amazing. Good job, Aerosmith. That song is so good. I don't want to close my eyes. I already know it. Number 3. This goes back to me being a kid. This movie, I could literally probably tell you what happens in every scene of this movie before it even happens. Number 3, The Avengers. The original Avengers, 2012. When I was a young kid, probably 7 or 8 years old. So this movie came out in 2012. In 2013 or 2014, when I was 7 or 8 years old, this was on Netflix. This movie used to be on Netflix when I was a very, very young kid. And I knew kids in first grade, second grade who talked about, the Avengers and all that. And I saw the cover of this movie on Netflix. And I was like, I'll watch it. Me thinking it was only going to be like a 30-minute thing where like I watch it for a little bit and then stop. I watched this movie from start to finish. I'm shocked Netflix didn't ban me when I was a kid. I watched this movie every single freaking day for at least 2 years. I'm not kidding. This was my most watched movie growing up. This is going to be kind of weird and a kind of little nerdy thing, but you can't blame me. I was a 7-year-old. I used to literally watch this movie on my TV in my room, and I used to pretend to be a character in the movie, like I was an actor. So I think I was Iron Man or Tony Stark for majority of the time. I would pause. So every single time Tony Stark spoke on screen, I would pause the movie and quote it, and then he would keep going. So I was basically acting. I would basically act out this movie character by character. And when the movie was finished, you do a whole new character. So after Iron Man, I was like, I'm going to be Thor. So I quoted Thor the whole movie. And then I did Loki. I'm not kidding. I did that as a kid. It's kind of weird, I know. But that wasn't even the only movie I did that to. I did that with other movies too. I did that with Spider-Man. I did that with Batman because I had a Batman mask. But I felt like I was such a cool actor. I felt like I could have been an actor. I could have been an actor. You could have seen me in movies instead of YouTube, but whatever. You know, I'll settle for YouTube. But no, The Avengers, this movie means so much to me. This is probably the most nostalgic movie of all time for me. This is the movie that means the most to me. Yes, this movie means more to me than just 2 at number 1. I could quote this movie from start to finish, probably. I know exactly what happens in every scene of this movie. But in terms of that, just an overall good movie. You know, the start of something awesome. The start of something amazing for MCU. Fantastic. Number 2 MCU film. Number 3 movie of all time. We still got some Marvel. Number 2. The first time I watched this movie, this was number 1. The first time I saw this movie, this was number 1. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life in theaters. Avengers Endgame. My number 2 is Endgame. Yes, I know, 3-hour movie. It's a long movie. And I don't love long movies, but I'm getting better at that. This movie, so I saw this in theaters very, very late. No, I did not go opening weekend because it was 2019. I saw this movie in theaters very late, so I kind of knew all the spoilers. But for some reason, that didn't mean anything. Like I knew who was going to die in this movie. This movie is amazing. Action 24/7. You get to see what all of the superheroes are doing. Once again, another insanely sad death. Iron Man's death puts me to tears every freaking time. Not even his death, his funeral. The message to his daughter, him saying, I love you 3,000. Wow. Fantastic. This is an incredible movie, and people should watch this movie. Oh my god. I mean, you could argue Infinity War is better. Infinity War is very good. But I did a video a while ago where I ranked every MCU film. That list is kind of still up to date still. Fantastic movie. Endgame, number 2. Used to be number 1, but number 1 is this. And my number 1 favorite movie of all time, I watched this movie today, actually. This is going to be a very basic answer. This is going to be a very popular favorite movie of all time answer, but I'm so sorry it's true. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. Yes, what is Just Jake Review's favorite movie of all time? Pulp Fiction. I know it's basic, I know. This movie is kind of about nothing. Well, it's not. This movie, I think I'm starting to grow a little bit more into liking, you know, like broken timeline movies. Like, for example, you know, last month I watched Memento. That movie is completely backwards, literally. Pulp Fiction, the movie's not in order. It's the whole point. This movie shows you three different storylines about crime and robbery, but it's in a broken order, which is fantastic. I love that. Bruce Willis is great. Bruce Willis is in 2 of these movies. Samuel L. Jackson is in 4 of these movies. Samuel L. Jackson is in 4 out of 5 of my favorite movies of all time. That's crazy. Bruce Willis is in 2 of them. But yeah, Pulp Fiction, I mean, Uma Thurman. I mean, this movie's fantastic. I love this movie. I watched this movie a few years ago and fell in love with it. It's a very iconic movie, a very beloved movie. So quotable. I know what happens every single scene. You have to be a little older to watch it. I recommend not watching this until you're 18. I watched this when I was 17 or 16. I recommend not watching this until you're 17. Fantastic movie. My favorite film of all time. And I know that's basic, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Anyway, that's going to be all for today's birthday special video. I thought I was like, you know what? For my 20th birthday, let's do something special. Let's talk about movies I love. Now, here's the thing. For my 21st birthday next year, for 21, I have something planned as well. I already have that video planned. For my 21st birthday, but I'll see you in a year with that. But yeah, thank you all for watching this very short video. I know it's not really a big video like I've been doing the last few weeks. I know the Beatles video is very long. Video coming Wednesday. My next video is Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be another big video with a guest. And it'll be a new guest. So stay tuned for that. I want to thank you all for all the support I've been getting. I've been getting a lot of happy birthdays from my family today, which has been awesome. I love that. And yeah, I just feel like I would do this video for you guys. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. That'll be all for today's video, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.